Once upon a time, nestled deep in a forest, there lived a kind sage renowned for his wisdom and compassion. One sunny afternoon, while strolling through a meadow, he stumbled upon a small, injured mouse. Its tiny paw had been mangled by a bird, leaving the creature vulnerable and shaking with fear. Bending down with a gentle smile, the sage cradled the tiny mouse in his hands and whispered words of healing. He took it back to his modest hut and tended to its wounds until it was fully healed. Grateful and lively once more, the mouse became a companion to the sage, dwelling in the hut and around its gardens. However, peace was shattered when the mouse, with trembling whiskers and wide eyes, confessed its fear of cats. Wanting to alleviate the mouse's fears, the sage decided to use his magic to transform it into a cat. Now prowling as a cat, the mouse turned feline roamed freely without fear of its age-old predators. Yet, the freedom of a cat soon brought the fears of a dog. Just as it had been terrified of birds and cats, now it was the bark and bite of dogs that haunted its dreams. Once again, the compassionate sage interceded, waving his hand over the cat and turning it into a nimble, powerful dog. For a while, the mouse felt a rush of courage as a dog, striding through the forest with confidence. But as it swelled with its new form, a deep roar from afar pierced its spirit. The regality and terror of a lion unsettled the creature's heart, being a dog now wasn't enough. Observing this endless fear spin again, the sage, with a sigh, transformed it into a magnificent lion. Now a king of the beasts, the lion had strength that no predator in the forest could match. It exuded a proud mane and a deafening roar. Yet, beneath this mighty exterior still lurked the soul of the timid mouse. As the great lion ventured into the open with supposed majesty, the other creatures of the forest sensed something amiss. Though it wore the skin of a lion, its eyes darted, and its heart whispered differently. Other predators looked on, unfazed. The mouse, still fearful within the body of a lion, retreated from imagined threats, and in doing so found itself cornered. As the true dangers of the jungle loomed closer, realization dawned that no transformation could root out its timid nature. Fear had been its constant companion because courage had failed to grow within. Returning bruised and wiser to the sage's hut, there lay a final lesson in transformation. The sage, with a heavy heart, returned the lion once more to its true form, the small mouse. Outer appearances can change, the sage said, but unless you cultivate bravery from within, the world will mirror what you truly are. And so, the mouse learned to journey not outward for strength but inward, to change the heart that guided it. Moral: outer form cannot change our true character, transformation must come from within.